If you want to get high, let's meditate. And I love my life.
Hey guys, Andrew McFarland here. Hope you're having an amazing day. I wanted to address something. It's great because I have a lot of people in the community who reach out to me, and a lot of questions will come up. And when I see that there's a reoccurring theme between questions, it just inspires me to create content to address these things. So I would imagine if some people are having them, maybe many people are having them. I had a client I was speaking to, or I should say a prospective client that I was speaking to yesterday, and we were just having a quick phone conversation talking about where they were in their business, answering a few questions, expanding their perspective in a lot of ways in terms of how they can approach the business. And by the end of the phone call, she asked me, she said, "Hey, well, thanks for this conversation. Based on what we've spoken about, and I've seen a lot of your videos online. Do you think I should take your online course, or is that something that I pretty much have all the information?" And I kind of, it was, I don't want to say mind-blowing, but it took me back because it really made me feel like, wow, the fact that someone is even asking that question is an indicator to me that how much isn't known, how much you don't know that you don't know. So to imagine that you've grasped all of the finer details and operations and things and although I do have a lot of free content online, but that you've grasped it from that and maybe a 15-minute conversation is so far from the reality. And another way that I can put this is that the reason that is the case is because in the world of whatever it is that you do, whether you are a mathematician or you are a basketball player, there are different degrees of, you could say, excellence, right? So in the world of creating a juice bar business, there are a lot of people who have juice bars out there, and they range in the degree of how well they execute their business. If you are asking someone in your local neighborhood how to play basketball, they're going to share a few basic things with you, but they won't have the depth of knowledge as if you were to ask someone like Michael Jordan, how do you play basketball? What he will tell you is going to be so rich and so deep that you will not be able to grasp it in a very quick and short period of time. The well of knowledge is going to be a reflection of his lifetime commitment into his craft. So why I'm sharing this is because, one, I felt that it was important to make the distinction that if you're considering taking the online course, the content that I've created on YouTube is really, it's good content, but it's really a broad overview. It's not as detailed as the course, and so we are just scratching the surface, right? And I also share this because it's important to broaden your mind state to really understand that in the world of, let's say, food service, another example I used is you have your local, let's say, taco stand, and then you have businesses like Taco Bell, right? You could say they both serve tacos, and yeah, they're in the same business, but if you talk to someone who has built a business like Taco Bell, the level of refinement in their execution is it's in a different dimension completely than someone who has a local taco stand. The only similarity is that they serve the same product. And so I do not want any of you to be misled to believe that you can ever hit a peak in your knowledge or execution. And for someone like me, it's only over time gotten more and more refined in the details of how important the specifics are in the execution of this business. And so if you really are wanting to go deep and you want to execute this business in a way that is excellent, not just pretty good or just doing it or just surviving, but actually build a thriving business, then reach out to me. I would love to support you, and just as a whole, really absorb the content that is being created. If you haven't taken the course, take the course. If you haven't watched all the videos, watch the videos. Go deep into it because the opportunity is really significant. And I do not want you all to underestimate how important the details are. So that's the message for today. This is Andrew McFarland. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. As always, wishing you guys much success, and I'll see you guys very soon.
If you wanna get